Hi, how's it going? Welcome to Code with Z. In today's video, we gotta go from this array that we have here to this array here. And as you can see, the only difference is that we put the elements that are non-zero in the beginning and we put all of the zeros at the end. Now, why are we doing this? Well, because that's what LeetCode 283 move zeros is asking us to do. As you can see, it says, given an integer array called nums, move all the zeros to the end of it while maintaining the relative order of the non-zero elements. Note that you must do this in place without making a copy of the array. Now, let's see how you can solve this. First of all, let me bring this down here. Our approach is going to be really simple and we're going to be done with this in no time. Let me have a copy of this here because we have to modify this and I want you to see how we actually modify and what the original array looked like in the beginning. The only thing that we need to have is going to be a variable called last non-zero, and this is going to be equal to 0 in the beginning. It's going to be pointing to the position of where our non-zero elements should be. So the only thing you need to know is that we're going to have this variable and this is going to be initialized to 0 in the beginning. Then we're going to simply loop through this array that we have here, and this is everything we need. So we're going to loop through this array and each time we're going to have a current number. So for example, when we start looping, the current number is going to be this 0. Each time in the loop, we're going to be like, if the current number is 0, ignore it. And if it is not 0, we're going to do something else. Currently, our number is 0, so we're just going to ignore it and we're going to keep on looping. Now, our current number that we're looping through is 1 and it's not 0. If the number is not 0, we're going to be like, okay, put this number in the position that our last non-zero variable is pointing to. Currently, our last non-zero variable is equal to 0, meaning it's going to be pointing to the position with the index of 0, meaning this position here. So we're going to put this one into this position here. Simple as that, and then we're going to increment last non-zero. So each time we have a number that's non-zero, we're going to put that number in the position that last non-zero is pointing to, and then we're going to increment this variable that we have here. We're going to have this a bunch of times so you can actually see how it works with your own eyes. Then we're going to keep on looping. We're going to be like, if we have 0, ignore it. And if not, we're going to do the thing that we just did. Well, we have 0, so we're just going to ignore it and we're just going to keep on looping. This time we have 3. Okay, is 3 equal to 0? Nope. All right, so we have to put 3 in the position that last non-zero is pointing to, like so, and then increment last non-zero. Simple as that. And then we're going to keep on looping. This time we're going to be looping through 12. We're going to be like, is 12 equal to 0? Not really. So we're going to put 12 in the position that last non-zero is pointing to, like so. And then we're going to increment last non-zero, like so. And we're done with the loop because we looped through all of the elements that we had inside of our array. Now, if we compare our arrays here, as you can see, this is the original array that we had, and this is the array that we modified. And as you can see, all of the 3 elements that are non-zero are in the beginning of our array, just like we were asked. Now, the only thing remaining is that we have to fill the rest with zeros, as you can see. So the only thing that's left is that we're going to say, okay, we're just going to put 0 from the position that last non-zero is pointing to all the way till the end. So we're going to put this 0 here and then another 0 here, and then we're done basically with everything. And as you can see, this is our answer. We have an array that has all of the elements that are not 0 in the beginning and all of the elements that are 0 at the end. We went from this array here to this array here. Now, let's code this in the simplest way possible. Alrighty, let's code this together. So the first thing that we need is to define our last non-zero variable, and this is going to be initialized to 0, just like we said in the slides. And then we're going to loop through our array that we were given. We're going to say for let I being equal to 0, and we want to keep on looping as long as I is smaller than nums.length, and then I plus plus, like so, and nums is the array that we were given. Here we're going to say if the current number, meaning nums at the index of I, is not equal to 0, we want to do the following. We're going to say nums at the index of last non-zero should be equal to nums at I. Basically the same thing we saw in the slides. We want to put the number that's not equal to 0 to the position that last non-zero is pointing to. And then we want to increment last non-zero, like so. And then, after we're done with all of this, we need to fill the rest of the array with 0. So we're going to say for let j, for example, being equal to last non-zero, because we want to start from the position that last non-zero is pointing to, just like we saw in the slides. And we want to keep on looping as long as j is smaller than nums.length, and then j plus plus. Here we're going to say nums at the index of j should be equal to 0. And this is going to be it. We literally fill the rest of the array with zeros. Let's run this and see if we can actually pass our test cases. And yep, we got accepted. Let me submit this and see if we can actually pass all of the test cases. Moment of truth. And yep, that's awesome. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and keep on coding.